When I started out on my journey, I was at total rock bottom. I was like, I need to save myself. No one's coming to save me. And it was a journey, a deep dive into the metaphysical inner workings of this reality. Because there's a 5D and there's a 3D. And 5D to me is the divine mind, it's infinite possibilities, it's the God frequency, it is metaphysics, it's understanding what is really shaping the world of form that we are living in. And everything happens in 5D before it shows up in 3D. And that's just the nature of the game. It's an immersive virtual reality experience that we are having in our minds. It's like, it's Maya, it's the dream, it's the illusion that we're playing in 3D right now, and it's real AF to us. But the game is a spiritual game. And when you tune into the 5D, into your imagination, into the divine mind, into the God frequency, zoom out, your third eye's open, you're seeing this world, this game for what it is, and then you are understanding how to actually change the game, because you got to do it in 5D. You can do it in 3D, but it takes a lot longer and it's a lot heavier and denser because you're working with three-dimensional energy. And what I mean by that is you could say, I'm going to go get a job and make money and like have this career, and then I can get paid and like, live my life, and maybe I can retire and like yada yada. Or you go, what is my ultimate reality? What is the quickest way to get there? And you go into your imagination, into your mind, because thoughts become things, and you go and you think about, what is that identity that I want to be in order to live that ultimate reality? Who is the identity of the version of me living that ultimate reality? What does that ultimate reality look like? What do I do every day in that ultimate reality? How do I feel in that ultimate reality? And you work your imagination, you think about how that version of me would show up, how that version of me would feel, how that version of me would detach, how that version of me would feel empowered. What would that version of me be doing? How would I approach my whole day? I would feel free AF. I would be rolling in the money, making 10K per day, or whatever it is that you want to manifest for yourself. But you got to do it in 5D, and that's where all the fun is, because you got to be like a child who's in their imagination pretending they're a princess or a queen or whatever, and they are like, this is what I want, and I'm going to have this castle, and I'm going to do this with my royal subjects and whatever. I don't know, whatever kids do, but you're the queen of your reality. So all you got to do is be the queen of your reality and decide what that looks like. And in 5D, in your imagination, you can manipulate the clay, so to speak, and then it will be revealed to you in your 3D reality, because there is a delay in this density. And like a gestation of a baby is 9 to 10 months, so it's like the world of form has a delay, and it could be instant, it could also be instant. It doesn't have to have a delay. If you believe it has a delay, it has a delay. But I mean, a baby is like gestated for 9 months, like, obviously. So some things may take time to form, and that's okay. Time can be your friend, because over time you are refining this version of you, and yeah, you can decide I'm that version, but things are going to come up in your reality, and it's like, okay, am I being that version right now? You know, would that version of me decide this? Would that version of me get upset about that? Would that version of me be able to cut the emotional cords to this, that, or whatever? Would that version of me have really good energetic boundaries? You know, what would bother that version of me? Not this ridiculous stuff. So, in order to live your ultimate reality, you got to start in the 5D and live in the 5D and live in your delusions. That's why Delulu is the solulu, because the 5D is where it all forms. It all begins to form, and then it becomes 3D reality. So, just hang out in 5D, man. In Deluluville. Just exist in Deluluville all day, every day. And when you get taken out of Deluluville, you just remind yourself, I am the god of my reality, and this is Deluluville. And what do I want? Huh, I'll just think about it and be that version of me that is living that ultimate reality in Deluluville. Because that is where the magic happens, my friends.